This is one tile in City Skylines, and today we're going to be transforming it using GPT-5, a newly released AI model for ChatGPT. We're going to see how it performs compared to GPT-4, and we're going to be doing it in a different style. If you are new to the channel, welcome. This isn't my first AI city building video, so if you want to go into my channel, check out those other videos, feel free to, and let's get on with the video. Right, so we have got the plan from GPT-5. I've prompted it a little bit and it's come up with the plan. I'll pop it on screen for you now, and that's what we're going to start off with. So let's just get straight into building it. So the plan is to have a ring road around here, and now I am going to enlarge it because I think it thinks it's a lot bigger than it is, and so we will need to enlarge it a little bit. And so GPT's plan is going to be industrial here, and then we'll have a ring road running on the outsides, and residential all the way around here with a park through the middle, and then we're going to have the shops over here, and that is going to be our first tile. Right, so the ring road, I think it needs to go above here, and I'm playing with left-handed traffic on, so we'll get that going and we'll parallel it, and that works. So we've got our connections to the highway from the highway, two highways intersecting here, and that should work just fine. And for the top bit, we'll keep the 3 lanes going just a bit longer, and then we can turn them back to 2s, so we can go 2 laner there, and then 2 laner there. So that is our setup for the outer ring. And then I think, let me just go have a look at the little screenshot. Yeah, we should get started on the actual residential. You can see in the screenshot that there's clearly a main road going all the way round, so we'll plop that down, and seeing as there's already a 4-way road here, I think we'll just go with that. We'll pop it with trees on it to give everyone some more parking, and we'll get it going to up here, and that is the highest point. And so there should be a road like here. We'll bring that down, and one coming back up to here. Right, and now we'll ask how it would like, because it said it wanted this is going to be the commercial area, I believe. And does it look like I've done that right? I think it does. And we'll just send a screenshot over to GPT. We'll ask it how it wants. We'll ask it for an overlay. We'll put the pylon connection in. Right, so that is our shopping area done. I did ask GPT-5 what it wanted where, and this is what it kind of gave me. So we've got a 1-way road going from here down to there, and then another 1-way road coming back up, and it wanted to leave some room for plazas, for greenery, and so I think this little mid section is where that is going to be, a little green strip in the middle of it all. Right, so that is our shopping district, shopping area, and we went ahead and popped in the remaining connections for all around. And so this is our base starting area, if you'd like, and this is going to be where our industrial is. I do believe the wind is heading, yeah, it's heading this way, and so our industrial is going to go here. We're just going to have a small block of it for now, and so it wants a connection off of this main road here, so we can pop that in at a 90 like that, and then it wants it to come back, and then this is going to go down and around. I'm not sure if it wanted it like that or if it wanted, I don't know. So we're just going to follow along the highway because I think that is how it wanted it. It's about here. It wanted it connected just at this bit, and then this bit will just delete these 2 roads and pop in a curved connection, and hopefully that should turn off all snapping. 180 to about there. Yeah, and that should go along with it, and that's going to be our industrial park. And so I will just grid it off because I think it wants it all filled in. Go down, so that'll probably be enough. If I put in an alley like that, and then an alley there, one more here, one more there, and then that is our industrial zone all zoned in. And then next on the list is getting our residential in, and so this is our park, and our residential is going to follow along the whole of the outside of it. And I'll just ask it whether it wants grid or if it wants a more natural flow of roads with houses on them, and that will determine what I do next. Right, so it's come back to us with tile 1. I go with a hybrid. So it wants near and around the park, gentle weaving / curved roads to create organic neighbourhoods and make the park feel more like a natural centrepiece. This gives the town a cosy coastal village vibe, but in the outer residential edges, which actually there isn't any, but I think we'll go with up here as the outer and here is the primary residential area because it is the biggest one. So we'll go ahead and build the blocks first because they are the easiest to make. And 3x3 or 4x4, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that in, but we could try. And then we'll connect them all as intersections needed. Right, and then on the outside, I think I'm going to stick with the UK pack, but I'll just ask it. The UK style buildings work perfectly fine for this tile. In fact, they fit the coastal garden town vibe really well. And so what I'm going to go with is terraced houses on the outsides of here, because that will fit really well. And on the inside we'll go with detached, and that should fill the area up nicely, and it does. So that is our first set of housing zoned in. Oh, I've missed one here. I'm not sure if this is going to cause a bit of havoc, having an intersection here and then here, so we might have to come back to that later on. We'll ask GPT what it would like in this little area for traffic connections, because at the moment that's all we've got. But I did ask it if it wanted the outer ring to be connected, because in the screenshot I provided it wasn't connected, and it said yeah, add maybe 1 or 2 connections. So I think what we'll do is we'll add a connection up here from the outer ring, because it said the outer ring is just going to be used to connect it to more, basically to more cities. And so we will definitely build that, but we'll build that in a little bit. But first we have to get in our wavy styled roads here. So should we start that? I think we should. So what I'm going to go with is we're going to go straight into 2-lane roads instead of 4-lane. There's no point having another big road in here. We're going to start by putting in 2 connections, and we're going to have them on these intersections. And what we're going to do is we're just going to connect it up these intersections. And so we want to go like that, and then we're just going to wind this round. So your best bet here is using the freeform one and just winding it round. Now what we're going to do from this is we're going to go off with alleyways, and they're going to wind round to more. And the good thing about winding roads is that they slow down cars, right? So there will be no accidents here, or that's the theory. But from here we're going to go down to alleyways, and we're actually going to pop a key here. So we're going to come off with an alleyway here, and we're going to curve this round to here, have it go straight, and then curve round again, and it's going to curve round back into this road, because a lot of British places you'll see they almost have these little loops coming off of the main road, and that is going to be our weaving road, if you will. And I'm definitely going to have to place houses manually, but I'll skip that step for you, so you'll have a nice smooth transition just into what it looks like. Right, so we have made the area, we've made the whole area. It's all detached housing, right? So I've made it higher density if you're down here on this alleyway. Detached housing, if you don't know, they all have their own driveway, so we don't need parking here, not really. So I've made this all quite dense. There's quite a big house here, and then I just zoned in the rest, and I don't think it looks bad, but we do still need a tree line coming through here. Should use the line tool and a key on, put that all the way down, and then we're going to do another set of spruce just in front and in between the gaps, and then bring that to here. So that is our tree line. Oh, and services, that's what we need to get into. We need to place down some services, but first we're going to do the park. And what I think I'll do as well is I'll pop a town hall. Do we have town halls in this game? Right, so we do have city halls, so that's what we're going to do in this actually. And we're going to use one of the parks already in the game for the other side. We're going to pop in the campfire site, and then around that we're going to pop a bunch of trees. Right, and that's given us a nice thick dense forest around all the camping area. And so now we've got a nice little community area, and for this here I'm not actually sure what to do, so we are going to ask GPT what it would like us to do here, because obviously this isn't my choice, this is GPT's choice. I did take this from it, so we'll give it a little bit of decision back and we'll ask it what it wants here. So it wants stone paving, benches and a small fountain, which is good for events and markets. So I think that'll almost piggyback off the city hall. Right, so if I go off of here like that and then off of there like that, we then get our 2 walkways. We can move these fountains into the center of these walkways, like so. And then we can place benches. I want this color, so we'll take that and we'll just brush all of these. And I like this color of fountain, so we'll take that. And then those are our 2 fountains. And then we can try making it a walkable area, but I just don't think it works. I honestly just don't think it works. And we'll go with this paved. And will this show up above the path? Because I would like it not to. It does. It's very annoying. Oh, every other one shows up below, so why does this have to show up above? Just go with a regular concrete surface, because this will show up below, I think. It does. Yeah, that'll work. It is. So we'll go with that surface here. And then we'll have this run all the way, this path, all the way up to here. Right, so there's our walk around the fountains, around the central plaza bit. Do I want this all to be a walk? No, I don't. I want about 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take this all the way to here. And this can be the last of our concrete plaza area. And then we can fill the rest in with grass. And I think I'll go with this grass surface. And then it's time to pop in all the trees. Right, so that is our nature walk and centre completed. But I do just want to check something before I do say it's completed. I want to check whether there is a market stall. So if I type in stall now. Ah, there is stalls. Okay, perfect. So we can pop in the food stalls, the food carts. Yeah, but I would like a bandstand. That'd be nice. You got a stage. Could pop in 2 stages on either side here. And then you've got potential for events to be hosted here. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I tell you what, could we do a trumpet here? We could we could do a trumpet here. So if we just delete this whole stretch of highway and I can start working on a trumpet, I'll come back to you once that's all done. Right, so it's all built. The trumpet intersection is over here. I'm not sure if I've made these too tight. It's all custom built, so I mean we'll see, won't we? But that is our one connection into the city. Right, so I will pop it on screen, but questionable. He's just popped all the services on top of existing buildings, but we'll go with it. Right, so it wants schools here, so we're just going to move it to here. School is going to go here. So we'll start off with a road coming from here. Well, actually we'll go from here first to get the 90-degree angle, and then we'll pop in the school. We'll have the high school in this bit here. No, we won't. We'll have the high school on the outside, and then we'll have the elementary school on the inside. So there are our schools, and we'll upgrade them as well. Not with the sports field, it's way too big. Right, and then medical it wants down here, so we will just pop it. I can fit a small medical clinic in, so we can pop one of them there. Fire wants over here. Right, so we're back in the game. So it wanted the fire to be over here, so we'll go with just a firehouse, I think. And we will put the garage extension on it. Right, and that brings us to the end of tile 1. So this is the completed tile 1. It didn't say it wanted any more filling in the green spaces in this tile, and so that is GPT's first tile completed. And now each tile will be made by a separate chat, and so theoretically it should all look different, and so maybe it won't blend together, but maybe it will. And so we've got already built this connection into other tiles, so we can obviously branch off of here over to here. So we've got a ring road around this tile, and now this tile can't be touched again, or can it? I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comment section below whether you think I should be able to go back and edit tiles, or whether this is the final tile, and we'll just see whether they all work together at the end when we've completed this series. But if you have enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Massively helps out the channel. We're nearly at 100 subscribers, and I'll see you next time.